guys, bringing you back another reaction for you today. As we know, if you haven't watched it yet, The Last of Us season 2 episode 2 dropped last night at midnight for obviously the UK. And if you've watched it, it was a roller coaster of emotions, amazing moments, insane crazy moments, and then the sad moment. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys if you have not watched it. Definitely watch The Last of Us so you know what's happening and catch up in the loop. So today we'll be reacting to The Last of Us 2 Inside, of how they created this, how they were going to direct it, how the emotions were during this set of making this emotional scene. There is spoilers. I will put a spoiler warning in the video, but without further ado, please like and subscribe and comment down below what else we should react to in the future. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and let's get right into how the emotions and how this episode was recorded, and how mentally they were prepared for this moment.
Okay. Big breath. Let's talk about what just happened.
Big breath indeed.
This is crazy.
I read the script and I thought to myself, this
They got a good
impossible.
Tommy.
There
He
must
looks
be
like it
a
as
new
well.
draft coming out where it's all shaved down. Not only did that never happen, it only grew.
The
Every
infected
single
in this
person
was
in every
amazing.
department was tested to the limits. And I kept telling myself in my head, if we do this right, this will be some legendary television.
Damn right.
This episode starts with the hint of an approaching storm. Bad weather comes in lots of forms.
They did really well on the
and we're going to
storm.
be dealing with bad weather throughout this season.
It was crazy shooting on that mountain and in a real blizzard. It's also something that can inform you so much in the playing of it.
Run! That way!
Yeah, we knew it was over
the
when
imagination. It just really helps just be in the world.
We
See
knew.
flares, if you hear bells, stop what you're doing and follow the plan.
In the game, we talk about how Jackson at times has
Man
been under
decided to kill
different
Joe.
attacks.
We hate you.
Jackson, hold!
We thought we had an opportunity to create even more of a sense of vulnerability, that it wasn't simply Joel or Ellie or Dina who was in trouble.
They did a really good job on this, adding this, because it wasn't in the game.
During the invasion of Jackson, we are overwhelmed by this horde of monsters. And then as you have to encounter
thousands
these
of them,
stronger
and it was
stronger
amazing to
foes,
watch.
There's an escalation in your own firepower.
Our bloater for this season is bigger and badder, and to have a one-on-one fight with Tommy,
Yeah, this
with the
1v1 was
flamethrower,
awesome.
I mean, those are just epic things that we dream of.
The great thing about television and filmmaking, and why so many of us work in very unpleasant conditions, is the teamwork. When I heard that Caitlin had been cast as Abby, that was just such an exciting piece of casting to me, and again, the opportunity to work with an actor who I have such admiration for.
Don't go in there. Stop it. I'm telling you, go back. No.
Meeting Caitlin was amazing, and it's very ironic that something so violent and tragic between its characters can immediately bond you to the actor.
I've always loved her. I loved everything she's been in, and it just felt like a great fit. And it felt like, oh, this will be a good counterpoint to Ellie in the story.
When we talk about casting main characters, what you're really looking for is somebody that reflects back at you naturally what you know you need to see. So we got very excited about this idea, and we sat down and met Caitlin, and she got excited too. And here's a chance to play not a villain, but an anti-hero. She is a force of nature. She will not be stopped. And if that reminds you of somebody else in our story, another young woman, well, yeah, that's Ellie too. And now we begin to see how this is all going to unfold.
The revenge tour.
Amy, come back. Amy!
We got robbed from this weed scene. We got robbed.
And before you know it, the weather's deteriorating.
There's a few things
tension's
that they robbed
rising,
us
and
from.
you can just feel this pan starting to boil over. She takes a risk and she tries to get down to intercept 2 patrol people, and that takes her down into this gully, and we are off on this extraordinary ride.
It's her
Cracks
fault
in
that the
foundation
infected.
have already begun to appear, and now in comes these people from somewhere else, and in comes rolling in a storm, and then, as it turns out, under the snow, there's something even worse.
The scene in which
infected.
Abby comes down the mountain and then gets attacked by the infected, and the fence starts collapsing. But she has to crawl
Yeah, this
through
scene was
that
awesome,
to the
though.
end where Joel finds her. That was all done up at Whistler in a snowstorm, and that was really difficult.
Being chased by the infected was really sort of surreal, honestly. The makeup and costumes, everything, it looks so real and it feels so real that when they actually call action, it's like very scary.
Our first sit-down conversations we had with Neil and Craig were about changing the look of some of the characters, such as the infected, so we could portray them in a very cold, frostbitten way.
From the minute that Abby encounters infected, it doesn't stop for us. We have to intermix
This is awesome.
real stunts, practical
them.
effects with visual effects. I think that's the best use of visual effects. That's what
Release
we're
the
here for, is
dogs.
to really fully immerse the audience into the story we're trying to tell.
Some of the inspiration for the second game was, how do we put the player in that state of righteousness or hate or whatever label you want to put on
By
it?
killing our favorite character.
And the decision felt very clear to me, is like, we have to kill someone we really care about.
When we get to the moment where Abby does what she does, it
goal for
was as hard for us to write and to shoot as it was, I think, probably for a lot of people to watch.
Joel, get up.
End it.
Joel, get up. Please.
But this story is about how we all deal with those moments, which do confront us in life. We all think, I could deal with this much stuff. And then life says,
Yeah.
and then we find out what we can put up with.
Get up.
I mean, I knew that Joel was gonna die right from season 1, but reading it in the script, I knew that it was coming as I was reading the episode, and I was dreading getting to that bit, and I cried.
I do.
Actually sobbed my
Well,
little
see,
heart
it's
out. It was the first time
a
I've
bit
ever
different that they
cried from reading a
didn't
piece of
get
writing.
killed by
I
the
have
golf
nothing
club.
but respect
It's the
for the
tip
level
of
of
it.
investment that
Uses
people
it
have
like a
in
knife
video game
right in the
or
ear.
television show or movie or
Or
book.
in the neck.
I experience it myself, and I've flung books across the room because its impact is so profound on me and experiencing a story. And I think that if it is incredibly painful for people, that's obviously a brilliant achievement of the storytelling.
Getting to do that opposite Pedro was just an actor's dream. I felt really taken care of working with him because it is
He's
so
a- he's a
heavy,
nice
it's so
person.
loaded.
As soon as I put the script down, I was exponentially more terrified of delivering that moment than anything in the battle.
It
Yeah, 'cause it's
sort
gonna
of
rattle
took
fans
on
for
a
life.
whole other life and energy just because it sort of digs the knife.
Because we played the
in a
games,
little
we
bit
knew what was going to
deeper.
happen.
No.
Still hurts. Still.
Once Joel dies, we wanted to sort of take a breath and we wanted to feel the space for the first time and the loneliness and the emptiness. We had a crane for one shot because so much of it is just this intimate exchange between people.
Quite early on, in early production meetings with Craig, he said, this is the most important makeup of the season. Don't screw it up. So the pressure was on. So we started with a 3D scan of Pedro, and it was great because I knew I was going to be sculpting this makeup, which was going to close his left eye. The prosthetics would have an upper and lower eyelid. Without that technology, that would have been quite
That's
hard to
awesome,
gauge
though.
before.
Look at that.
That was quite a tense moment, hoping that that was all going to come together and work.
Walking around, like the visual representation of your last breaths, it was really interesting to step into a room and see, the reaction in people's faces And it wasn't one of revulsion, it was
sad
heartbreak.
scene though, man.
I think some viewers will start seeing some parallels between Abby and Ellie. Abby has lost her
Just
dad.
like the game,
and
we're
now
probably gonna have
inadvertently,
more
Abby
of
has
Abby
created those
than
same
Ellie.
nightmares for another character.
Hopefully not.
This event will change all the characters we know forever from this point on. Now, this person that's capable of such violence, this impulsive character, what's going to happen to them next?
Man. Damn. Still hits hard, man. Yeah, that's the inside of how they were creating and how the emotions were going for this episode. Just overall, I've played the games. For the gamers that have played it, we knew this was gonna happen. We hoped, like, we prayed pretty much that they could have changed it, like maybe some way he could have survived, but no. They kept it like the game. There are some scenes that they did take away from us, the weed scene, some other scenes from the game that didn't make the cut. Obviously, with Joel talking to Ellie. They probably have some flashbacks, obviously, as always. Next episode will probably be Ellie's birthday with the dinosaurs, with the museum and the spaceship. So I'm looking forward to that. And the revenge tour of Ellie trying to kill all of them. So hopefully, you guys did enjoy this. I enjoyed watching episode 2. Obviously, it was amazing. The overall the Jackson getting attacked by the infected and swarming them, and they survived, but at a great loss as well. So hopefully, you guys did enjoy this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps and supports this channel. And hopefully, you all have an amazing day. Hopefully, have a blessed day, blessed night, wherever you're from. Hopefully you enjoyed.